Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel where I show you how I create my bullet journal and my spread from week to week. This week we are going to be doing my April weekly spread, and as always I'll be showing you what materials I used. I'll be listing them down in the description below, and I'll be letting you know of any inspiration I got along the way and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Alright, let's get started. So with this weekly spread I had to be kind of careful because I still wanted to do that mountain theme, but as some of you may know, acrylographs are not exactly the best to write on top of unless you're writing with other acrylographs. With the typical pens I use, I didn't have a lot of luck writing on top of them. So I wanted to leave plenty of space during the week, but if I didn't have a lot of space on the weekends to write, that was fine with me, because personally I didn't have a lot going on in April besides getting in the car and driving. So to say that I had a lot going on for any week in the month of April was a stretch by all means. So all of my weekends were mostly free, so I never had to worry about writing something down for a planner. Now, if you're doing this and you need every day open, feel free to adjust this layout however you need if you decide to use a layout similar to this. As you can see, I've sketched out what I want my letters and numbers for the week to look like, and I erased Saturday and Sunday so I could go on and draw the outline of my mountains. And I'm starting with the pink so I could go on and work my way on the largest area because it would take the longest. And as you can see, I added a paper towel up under that, so in case while I was working on the edge of the page I had to I didn't want it to bleed over into other pages or for me to accidentally mark up another page when I wasn't trying to. I have pink in the front because it is the lightest color and because it's my favorite color and I knew I would see it the most. And so here I am just still coloring it in. You can kind of see my hair on the side. As I said in my cover video, I kept getting my face really, really close to my book the entire time, so there may be moments where you see my hair or my nose. Like right now, I was on the phone, and so I wasn't really paying attention to how close I was to the page and if I was out of camera shot. So if you have any good tripod recommendations, I definitely need a new one because mine actually sits in front of me, and so I'm actually coloring around it, which is why you see my face to the side. I don't typically draw like that when the tripod is not in front of me. But moving on to this lighter purple color, I am coloring in the mountains more, and I really like how the week turned out ultimately. But as I've said in my cover video, this was definitely the most time-consuming spread that I've done on the year so far, and I will probably be avoiding doing something this time-consuming again because when I say it literally took me the whole weekend, it literally took me the whole weekend. It took me hours on Saturday and several hours on Sunday, so I didn't have much time besides working on my bullet journal. And here I am going in with the dark purple because I guess it just felt easier to do the purples together. I don't know. Just going as my heart feels. It was also a slightly bigger area than the red, which sits in between the two purples, so I felt like it would be better if I just went on and tackled the largest areas first, because I think at this point I was kind of getting tired. I think in one day I did my cover, my weekly spread, like all of my weekly spreads, and then my to-do page, but you will not see the to-do page until the next video. And I didn't record all of my weekly covers or weekly pages because, you know, I have uniform weekly pages, so if you ever are wondering what they all look like, they all look the same. Give or take, with little variations, but the weekdays and the numbers themselves typically all look the same. So I don't feel the need to record all of it because it all, if you see me make one page, you've seen me make all of my weekly spreads. But yeah, for the acrylograph pens, I color in small circles. I know it looks like I'm going really fast right here, but I actually sped up the video a ton. It took me quite a while to make this entire page just because it was so time consuming. But if you do something similar to this, don't feel like you have to make it as time consuming. I used acrylographs, but you can use anything you want, from color pencils to Tombow dual brush pens, any of their products, even just regular markers that you find at Target or Walmart, or even the dollar stores, whatever you feel like you can get your hands on. The only reason this was time consuming is because of what I decided to use on the page. So don't feel like just because yours didn't take hours to complete that it is anything different or anything less worthy. As long as you like it and you enjoy it, then that's all that matters. Here I am sectioning out the red part of the mountains, and finally I get done filling it in, and I can move on to the days of the week. After erasing it, I only erase it lightly. I erase it enough so that it won't show through, but also I leave enough there that I can see what it is. I go in with the pink acrylograph pen and I trace over what I have there. I kind of have this like curly Q handwritten font that I really like. I just kind of did it myself. I didn't look anything up for it, but it is similar to a lot of other different fonts. It's nothing trademarked, obviously. Here I am taking a red pen and outlining the day and the number next to the day. And I just kind of used space next to it and under it to write out my schedule. I didn't draw any lines. I didn't measure stuff out. It just kind of was free and simple because, like I said, April didn't have a lot in it. I just needed room to write down. But this is my weekly spread. What do all of you think? Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and leave a comment. If you want to see more of my bullet journal content, please subscribe. If you want to see more of my bullet journal content and just my life in general and Lo-Yo baby, please go to my Instagram and follow me there at Grandmama It's Me Anastasia. As always, I will see you next week, and thank you again for watching. Bye!